Ah, yes. Borderlands 3, the most controversial game of the series.
How did they think that was okay to even put it in the game? I'm so sick of this fucking company.
Some love it, some hate it, and some have never played it. That's where you come in.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
We all know that Borderlands 4 releases in just over a month, and that got me thinking. There's probably a lot of new or even casual Borderlands players wondering if they should go back and play the almost 6-year-old Borderlands 3. Well, today, I'd like to answer that question for you and anyone else wondering the same thing. First, I want to touch on what the Borderlands series is all about, and that is none other than guns. Guns that talk, guns with legs, guns that fly, guns that shoot skulls, guns that may or may not be inside of an OF model at any given time. I mean, hell, the entire marketing strategy of their games revolve around the amount of guns that they have in them. So naturally, one would ask, how do I obtain said guns? Well, I won't spoil too much, but there's a reason that the games are in the looter-shooter genre. You loot things, to then kill things, to then loot things that you kill. It's a vicious cycle that's incredibly addicting, and once you start, there's no telling when you'll stop.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
But guns are just the tip of the iceberg, as in order to make your guns live up to their full potential, you must first choose a character. There are 4 playable characters, aka Vault Hunters, in Borderlands 3. Amara, the Siren.
If I'm lucky. The fight finds me.
She uses her Siren powers to deal massive amounts of damage and support her teammates with her phase abilities. She's my personal favorite due to her crowd control options. Flak, the Beastmaster.
This one is eager to please. This one is eager to kill. And this one, well, he likes to chase cars.
They have the ability to summon and command pets to fight alongside them. Not only that, but they can also deal insane critical damage with their fadeaway skill. Next is Mose the Gunner.
Iron Bear kept me alive.
Mose can spawn and control a massive mech named Iron Bear for powerful attacks and enhanced survivability. She also deals in explosive damage. And finally, last but not least, we have Zane, the Operative.
That's right, you're the only one I can talk to. You're the only one who understands me. Plus, you're handsome as hell. But, as always, duty calls.
Zane uses a variety of different gadgets and skills, including his Digiclone and Sentinel Drone, to outmaneuver and outgun his enemies. He's also good with cryo damage. Each of these characters come with their own unique skills and skill trees, which in turn makes your characters even stronger as you level up and find different builds and weapon synergies. This is the core of what Borderlands 3 is, a fun, fast-paced looter shooter that makes other games like it feel boring. Oh, and don't worry about the game feeling dated, as the movement and gunplay feel just as good, if not better, than most modern gaming experiences. So, let's dive into that. In Borderlands 1 and 2, you had your basic run-of-the-mill movement system. You were able to walk, run, crouch, and jump. While this worked for most games made when the first 2 were, it would kind of be boring and underwhelming in a game like Borderlands 3 that came out in 2019. Luckily, the devs understood that and stepped the movement up in a pretty big way, as they added sliding and mantling into the 3rd game to improve players' movement capabilities. And while it didn't seem like they did much, it was a much needed quality of life improvement that players love to this day, on par with removing fall damage entirely in Borderlands 2. Speaking on quality of life improvements, Borderlands 3 has a ton of them, with just some of my favorites being fast travel from anywhere. Players can now open their map and fast travel to a different zone without running all the way to a fast travel station. Another one I love is insane bank sizes. In Borderlands 2, the max bank size was 24 slots, meaning you could only store 24 items on a single character. In Borderlands 3, it's 500 slots, and the bank transfers between characters. So, if I get a gun that I can't or don't want to use with my current build, I can just put it in my bank and try it on a different character. Another change that's small but incredibly useful is buying ammo with one press of a button. This makes the flow of gameplay feel so much better than its predecessors, as now you don't have to open a menu and purchase each ammo type separately. The devs have also recently added the ability to start the game with a max level character if you've already completed the game and just want to make a new build without the hassle of playing through the entire story every single time. While Borderlands 3 is an amazing game in terms of gameplay and replayability, there are some things that bring the game down in points, with the main problem being the story and writing. I will try to keep this part as brief and spoiler free as possible for anyone who cares about that stuff, but I just have to talk about it. The writing in Borderlands 3, to put it lightly, is very juvenile, and while that would be okay in most scenarios, it almost never seems to stop. Even during serious and dark moments in the story, the writers seemingly just have to throw a joke in for no reason. While this isn't the worst thing ever, it makes some people, like myself, mute dialogue completely, and others just flat out stop playing. Another problem with the story campaign is how long it is. I can't confirm if it's actually longer than the previous games, but in terms of time, it certainly feels like it, with some quests dragging on for what seems like forever. Though, the writing isn't all bad, as in my opinion, DLC 1, 2, 3, and 4 are leagues above the base game in terms of quality. Though, in order to obtain these DLCs, you have to buy a season pass. So it's kind of iffy. The next thing that could be a downside for someone if they like challenging / difficult games would be how easy the game is once you realize how often legendary weapons drop and how powerful they truly are. This remains a big point of contention in the Borderlands community, as some players love the casual experience of just being able to relax and have fun after a long day, while others prefer a more difficult and rewarding experience to help keep them engaged and entertained. While both sides have great points, it's ultimately up to the player to decide how they feel about the game themselves. Lastly, let's talk about anointments. In the first 2 Borderlands games, you would farm a boss to get a gun that you wanted, then make sure it had the right parts for maximum damage, which sometimes could take literal months if not years for some, like the 94 Sham Shield from Borderlands 2.
Oh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, guys? Are you kidding me? Oh! Yes! 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 Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Oh my God! Yeah! Oh! Yeah! Oh my God, I'm crying!
Well, in Borderlands 3, farming stayed pretty much the same, but now you have to get the right anointment on top of the right parts and right gun. Anointments, to make it blunt, are really bad in my opinion, as it makes the gear chase feel gimmicky, and you can't just ignore them because some of them are literally build defining if used correctly. Thankfully, Gearbox did put an anointment reroll machine into the game, so it isn't as tedious. But even that is annoying because of how expensive it is to re-roll each and every single time till you get the right one. The system is frustrating all around, and it's no wonder that they're ditching it in Borderlands 4. Now that we've talked about some positives and negatives of Borderlands 3, I can finally answer the question that you clicked on the video for in the first place. Should you play Borderlands 3 in 2025? That answer is a resounding yes, as the positives far outweigh the negatives in my opinion. Plus, some of the Borderlands 3 Vault Hunters are returning in Borderlands 4, so it would be a perfect way to familiarize yourself with them before the game comes out. Also, Gearbox often gives the Borderlands games heavy discounts, sometimes up to 95% off during sales, so if there is a sale at the time you're watching this video, I'd go check that out. Anyways, are you going to play Borderlands 3 after watching this video? Let me know in the comments below, and if you've enjoyed this video, leave it a like as it helps me out a ton, and consider subscribing because Borderlands 4 is almost here and I plan on making a ton of content when it's released. Alright, see y'all in the next one. Have a good day. I love y'all,